Test 1 2.
Sega.
I'm the Gamer, and this is a review for Zengeon.com. Today's game review is Comix Zone for the Sega Genesis, released in 1995. This is one of the last games that come out for Sega's classic system in North America. So, is this game worthy of gracing Sega's classic system? Let's find out. Sketch Turner is writing his comic book during a thunderstorm, when suddenly a bolt of lightning strikes his desk and an evil mutant named Mortis escapes the comic book and throws Sketch into his own story. When he arrives in the first panel, he is greeted by Alyssa, who tells him he's the chosen one who will defeat the alien invaders. Sketch must stop the alien invasion, defeat Mortis, and escape his own comic book, or else he will be trapped forever and Mortis will become human. Comix Zone is an action platform game where you fight and jump your way through 4 worlds, or pages as this game calls it, solving minor puzzles to eventually fight a boss and move on to the next page. Each panel has enemies to fight, each with their own attack patterns and weaknesses. The enemies are also varied through the missions, so you won't see the same enemies constantly. The combat throughout the game is excellent. Basically, one button is used for fighting, which makes the game very simple to control. Throughout the game, you'll have options to choose your path to finish a level. Picking a certain path may lead to different areas or different weapons, which you can carry up to 3 weapons that will help you when you encounter any obstacles or enemies. The addition of path choosing allows for some replayability in Comix Zone. There is even a good and bad ending, so you'll definitely want to play the game twice to see both endings. There are some problems I have with the game, though. For starters, the game is painfully short. As I said before, there's only 4 worlds with about 2 levels in each one, meaning you can finish the game in less than a few hours if you are skilled enough. To stretch out the length of Comix Zone, Sega decided to make the game unnecessarily difficult. The main problem with the difficulty is that you take damage for almost anything you punch, and when you die, you have to start the game all over again. If you somehow manage to reach the 3rd page, Mortis grants you another chance, but if you waste it, you have to start back from the beginning. There is nothing more frustrating than making it really far, and then being forced to do the same levels over again. This idea of difficulty kind of hinders the play experience because you'll be visiting the first levels a lot if you wish to finish the game. But nonetheless, Comix Zone is an excellent action platform game that is a blast to play. The graphics in Comix Zone are outstanding for the Sega Genesis. I really like how the developers went for the cel-shaded design to give the implication of being in a comic book. Animation is fluid and detailed, and everything is colorful and great to look at. Music-wise, Comix Zone is simply wonderful. It's one of the best soundtracks the Genesis has to offer. It's upbeat and catchy for the action parts, and dark and gritty for the dark sections. The sound effects are great too, from punches to explosions. In conclusion, the soundtrack for Comix Zone is catchy, fun to listen to, and well composed. Overall, Comix Zone is one of the best games the Genesis has to offer. Its only drawbacks is its sheer difficulty, but with that aside, Comix Zone is worthy of your purchase. Thankfully, you can find the game on almost every platform, so finding this game isn't difficult at all. This is the Gamer. Thanks for watching.